Sergeant Sammy Ladner with the Texas Department of Public Safety. That's SAMMYLATTNER. I want to start out by first thanking all the first responders that have showed up on scene today to assist with this crash. We've had several agencies come from all over our district, including Montgomery County, Harris County, and all local officials sending first responders out. We really appreciate that. Today we're sad to announce the passing of the driver of the truck involved in today's incident. I can tell you about the crash that today at approximately 6:30 a.m. a truck tractor trailer hauling a tanker trailer was traveling northbound on FM 1725. It is reported that for an unknown reason the truck left the roadway to the right, lost control, overturned on its right side, and the tank that was connected to the truck was ruptured. The truck was carrying sulfur dioxide. The rupture left a 1-inch gap wide, approximately 8 inches long. The tanker at the time of the crash was carrying approximately 2,800 gallons, and right now it's about 1,500 gallons. Okay. A shelter in place was issued by Jacinto County Office of Emergency Management. In that shelter in place area, we're looking at approximately 60 to 80 homes in that area. At this time, troopers are actively going door to door, requesting that the residents inside that affected area leave. It's not mandatory, but they're strongly encouraged that they leave until we can get a cap on the safety of this situation. Hazmat crews have placed air monitoring devices all around the scene and up to 200 yards from the crash site. There's been no reported issues at this time. We have asked that you continue to monitor our social media accounts for any updates on this situation and crash. And like I said, once again, we want to thank all the first responders that have showed up to help, the different agencies, Harris County, Montgomery County, the multiple agencies. There's so many that we can't really thank all of them at this point, but they're actively helping. This time we'll take any questions that you may have and try to get you some answers.
So people were transported to the hospital. Do you know about how many?
We're still on a track to get a current number on that, and when we do, we're going to get that pushed out. We do know that there was 29 students on the school bus and the bus driver that were transported to HCA Conroe. They were treated and all have been released.
And the reason why were they transported to the hospital?
The reason they were transported, from what we've been told at this time, they drove through the crash scene inadvertently, not knowing that what was on the truck. And I believe the information we have at this time was a few of them had some concerns of headaches, respiratory problems, but it was more to be on the safe side to get them checked out.
When the crash happened, did someone immediately realize the crash happened, or had it been, I guess, sitting there leaking for some time before anyone passed by?
We're not 100% aware of what time the crash occurred. We can give you an approximate. We had a couple of callers call in, and that's when the fire department and the Texas Department of Public Safety got there as quick as they could before we knew exactly what was going on.
But they didn't know if the crash had just happened. It's not like anyone witnessed the guy crash.
As far as I know, no, ma'am, we don't know if any witnesses were involved.
Okay.
Can you give us the process for cleaning up a spill like this and approximately how long it would take to clean up?
Well, I can't give you an approximate time. There's several hazmat crews have been called in to collaborate together to find out what the safest possible way is to get this done. Because always our number one goal on this is safety. We want to make sure the public's safe, and we want to make sure our first responders are safe. So once they collaborate and figure out the best way that they can get this done, we'll be able to push that out to you and get it on our social media sites for you.
And so at this point, you guys don't have an approximate time of when people will be allowed to return to their homes?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We don't have approximate time. All we care about right now is what we're focusing on is the safety of the community and the safety of our first responders.
And you guys are still doing evacuations?
We're currently, we have troopers going door to doors in areas that could be affected, strongly suggesting that they maybe leave until we get everything 100% under control.
Do you know who the driver was?
We do it this time, but we're not going to announce that, and to make sure we want to notify the family and next of kin, make sure everybody is aware before we release that information.
We spoke to a number of people earlier who left their homes and didn't take any of their pets. Is there a possibility that they'll be able to get back in at some point today to either get them or keep them?
That information I don't have right offhand, but what we would do is definitely something we can take back and get you an answer on that and push it out. Like I say, our top priority is safety, so we want to make sure everything's safe before we let anybody get back in.
Do you know a timeline on when y'all will know a timeline? Like, I know it's silly to ask, but I mean, is there like a pivotal moment in the next 3 hours that will determine how much longer this process is going to?
So basically at this point, what we're trying to do, our whole team is trying to meet every 30 to 45 minutes to have a brief on where we're at and where we're sitting. Our goal is to get that information pushed out to you as soon as we can. So.
Personally, how many people are affected by this?
Right now, the best estimate we have is probably 60 to 80 people as far as evacuation. Like we've restated already, the 29 on the school bus, 28 plus the bus driver, they've been checked out and released, so we know that everybody's good right now for that part.
Time for one more question.
How they clean it up?
The process on cleaning it up is like, say, when I tell you we call the Hazmat teams. We have groups that specialize in this. They train every day on this type of incident. So we err on the side of caution what they tell us on how they want to get it cleaned up. And as soon as they formulate a plan, that's what we go with.
But what they physically do, who knows?
Who knows?
Okay.
No, sir.
Thank y'all very much.